As it turns out, one video looking at useless attachments in Call of Duty games isn't enough, and judging by the comments on my initial video on this topic, I'm led to believe that I missed out on a literal useless attachment, so we'll be getting to that, don't worry, but let's work our way up to that with some more useless attachments in COD games and you, the viewers' opinions. The Holographic Sight was introduced to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 2, and to be honest, the name Holographic Sight is a bit misleading. It should be called Holographic Blindness because you can't see anything with it. After getting 60 kills with the red dot sight, you're rewarded with a shite version of the red dot sight. Thanks very much. It's way too in your face and the frame around it blocks out your peripheral vision. Furthermore, a lot of you had issues with sights on shotguns in general. 'Tis a good point, especially for those of us who forget that LT or L2 buttons even exist while running a shotgun. Maybe you want to be pinpoint accurate with a shotgun, but personally, I think a sight on one is quite useless. Also yes, I do know there was a bug in Modern Warfare 2 that added damage onto guns with holographic sights on, but that's for another time. I touched on ACOG scopes on submachine guns in COD games in the first video, specifically the Mini Uzi, but I was reminded in Modern Warfare 2 that I could take that a step further and slap a thermal sight on my gun, so I can now detect heat signals from further distances than I can shoot. I'm doubling down on this, by the way. If you're trying to get the most out of a Mini Uzi, there's little chance of you taking advantage of seeing a white blob halfway across the map from you. Black Ops gave us the flamethrower attachment, hell yes, although a fucking sparkler would do more damage than this flamethrower attachment and burn for longer too. You barely even get enough flames to throw at someone to singe their clothes. There's more volume in an aerosol can. Get some deodorant, a lighter and run about the map with that instead if you want to be some wannabe pyromaniac. It'll shoot flames further than this attachment does, that's for sure. Also, I'll tell you how you know for sure this attachment is useless. For something as cool as a bloody flamethrower attached to your gun, you were lucky if you seen one player using it per week. It's a shame because flamethrowers are awesome. Not quite as awesome as being in the notification squad, but still pretty awesome. And if you want in, hit that wee bell icon when you subscribe to the channel. On Modern Warfare 3 we're back to looking at sights. The hybrid sight this time, it's just too indecisive for me. Indecisive? Shut up, Gary. It takes too much thought for the average COD player to use effectively, and that includes myself. I'll be holding down a long line of sight, then decide to rush, forgetting not to switch back to low zoom, and the next thing I know I meet two enemies at a corner but I've only got a microscopic view on one of them. That is if you even aim down sight before you die, as the hybrid sight also has a slow ADS time. Also, like the holographic sight before, the thing is just far too bulky. The frame blocks out too much information. I really wanted to like this attachment at the time Modern Warfare 3 released, as it sounded perfect, but I could just never find a use for it, and I'm sure I wasn't the only one. Also, shout out to the NoobTube, the grenade launcher in Modern Warfare 3. It was the beginning of the end for the grenade launcher in Call of Duty games. It wasn't nearly as powerful or prominent as it was in previous games, and even noobs opted for other attachments. This next one I genuinely did not know, and thanks to people in the comments I was informed that the Foregrip in Black Ops 2 essentially did nothing. Surely not. I mean, you attach the grip and get less recoil, right? Yeah, that's right. 2% less recoil, right? I'm genuinely angry. How long have I used this 98% useless attachment on my guns? I want a refund. Answers something, please. 2% Are you having a laugh? And when I even tested out the foregrip, it made the recoil worse, so what's up with that? Now, as useless as that is, it's now time for a literal useless attachment that I received hundreds of comments about for good reason too. ACOG sights on akimbo magnums and COD Ghosts. Jesus Christ, that's amazing. An attachment you actually cannot use. It's honestly impressive, but can I really claim they're useless when they provide you with a bit of laughter? I say give us more attachments with some comic relief. A red dot sight and a knife, a suppressor for a rocket launcher, or a snub-nosed sniper rifle. Just daft things, you might as well. There was a challenge to get 200 kills with these akimbo ACOG magnums, which got you a special emblem in the game. The name of that challenge, you ask? Clueless. I agree. And finally, on Advanced Warfare, we have the Parabolic Microphone, which showed silent shots from enemy players on the radar. Sounds good in theory, right? But think about it. If they're shooting at the other side of the map, it's just like a regular unsilenced shot far away from you. There's not much you can really gain from knowing that. And second, if they're shooting close to you, chances are you can hear where it's coming from anyway. They're not literally silent shots, you can still hear them reasonably well. And three, if they're shooting at you, well, you get my point. It just seems like a waste of an attachment and a useless one. Since Call of Duty World War II has just come out, what attachments from that game do you think are useless? I suppose in time we will get into those, but for now, thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like on it, and let me know any future video ideas you may have for me. I really appreciate it as it helps me out a lot. Also, apologies if my voice sounds a bit off in this video. I did have an endoscopy done earlier today, so your sympathy is also very much appreciated. But have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.